Shelly Shell.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's Carter.
Um,
Okay, so we're gonna dive in. She always want to be shy. But anyway, today's topic is what do we do as parents when you think that you have done all that you can do for your troubled teen?
yeah. So, everybody think like when you have kids, you probably think like, oh, it's gonna be a walk in the park as far as raising your kids and doing right, by your kids and stuff like that. But sometimes you could do all that you can do and you still have children, teens, doesn't matter. It could be younger than teens. They, want to do what they want to do. So that's basically what this video and this discussion is going to be about. So, yeah.
Okay, so just to dive in and give you a little history on myself. I grew up in Washington, D.C., in almost every part of the city. I'm from uptown, born and raised. As a teen, at the age of 13, I was in middle school. A star football player, decided that I wanted to start selling drugs. My mom had 8 kids. I did most of the raising the kids, and I used to babysit a lot, and I felt the need that I had to provide. So I started hustling at the age of 13. My mom found out that I was hustling. She kicked me out at the age of 13, and I was selling drugs and headed down the wrong path. Just to piggyback off that, I had 4 kids from my previous marriage, with my youngest being 17 years old. And my 17-year-old, I got a 23-year-old, a
Your
21.
youngest is 16, Cordell.
Yeah, my youngest is 16. Next, my youngest girl is 17 years old. And all my kids are doing good. I just want to say that. Mm-hmm. My 23-year-old, he's soon to be district manager at Safeway. My son, he's a barber at 16 years old, be licensed to be a barber. Next year he'll be licensed when he graduates. But back to the story. So my 17-year-old daughter, love her to death, but they always say you're gonna get one just like you. So we've been through some things with the 17-year-old daughter, with my wife not having no children, coming along as a stepmom, and got.
That's one thing right there too, being a step parent, because it's like, everybody from the outside looking at it like, okay, yeah, she don't have no kids, this and that. But at the end of the day, when you marry someone, their children become your children. So, I mean, for me, I just feel like it don't matter about like not being biologically mine. I just really feel like those are my children regardless of what. So that's how I look at the kids, as they're mine, even though they're biologically not. So yeah, but
They are children. But thanks for all that she do with helping raising them and stuff like that. We had my 23-year-old oldest son since the age of 12. Like I said, he's doing great. Back to the story with my youngest daughter. We've been through some difficult times with her.
A lot of it really does start from the thing of the co-parenting. When you have children that you just kind of recently got custody of, which, my husband had full custody of his kids. It's like, they were used to being with the other parent. So coming from the other parent, which didn't really enforce as much as she could have, to come into a home where there is enforcement and there's guidance and, there are rules, it's kind of hard to break away from that. So co-parenting with, your ex or, your baby mother or baby father, whoever, that's very important and play a big part in a child's life as well. Because, when children see the disconnect, they try to play, both parents against one another, or, one parent may be more effective than the other parent. So that becomes a lot in dealing with, children.
Yeah, that can be a whole nother topic within itself. Yeah. And I totally agree with what she's saying. So the story of my 17-year-old daughter, when we first got custody of her, we was having a great time. We got custody of all 3 of the children because, like I say, the 23-year-old was already with us since he was 12. So, we did everything that parents supposed to do. We went on trips. We go on trips. We supply them what they need. The love is there. and everything is there. So my take on it, I think she was going through a trial period to where as though she missed her biological mom, and that wasn't working out well. Mom wasn't coming to visit and stuff like that. So she felt like she was missing something. So she started going down the wrong path. The first incident, she was at school, she was smoking. Well, she left campus, she was smoking, and thought she got molested or whatever the case may be. She ain't know what happened. She was smoking with a little boy. Long story short, of course, I was pissed off. Took her to the doctor, got her checked out, everything checked out, cool, everything was cool. So with that being said, there was another incident where she did something else. I think it was still, she was smoking weed or whatever.
I mean, just skipping school.
Yeah, just doing,
doing basically what you want
to
do.
What teenagers do. They're smelling themselves and want to be an adult at the time. So I thought I did the best thing that a parent can do, which is checked her into PIW. Got her some evaluated, see if any mental health issues was there or anything like that. I did that twice. That seems to not work. She came back home, and she was on an okay path for a little while, and then she decided to run away. When she ran away, of course I called the police and all of that. She was gone for 7 months. I ended up talking to her. Me and my wife ended up talking. I ended up reaching out, talking to her. She came back home. And she came back home, and she was home for like 3 months. But
a lot of that influence too, like I said, she's a child. So at the end of the day, it's easily influenced, especially like I said, that stems back to the co-parenting with the mom and, the dad. So when you have, the parent that's just basically saying do this and do that, or you could do this or you could do that, and you're missing the parent, and you believe that they wouldn't stir you wrong and things like that. That's who you tend to go to, especially when that time period that he wasn't there before he got the custody was a little stretch. I think it was probably like what, about 5 or
like
6?
7 years. On that, my ex-wife skipped state.
Yeah.
And ran off with my kids. My kids was in Roanoke, Virginia, and I didn't know no whereabouts. But the way we got custody is my youngest daughter reached out to my oldest son and told us that she haven't seen mom in like 3 months. That's a whole nother story. Mom was locked up. I'll get back to that another time. But back to the story. So she was home, and like I said, we provide for the kids. So she thought when she come home, she was gonna have on the latest shoes. Like, her brother, he got all that he need and more. He doing the right thing. He, never really gave no problems, no issues, whatever it was, it got straightened out, and that was that. But not so with her. So when she came back, she thought she was gonna be, fly, whatever they want to call it, whatever the case may be. And I told her, no, I wasn't going to do that. You had to earn your way around here. So with that being said, got to go to school like I asked you to do, bring in good grades and show that you're trying before I start buying, bottom line. So things didn't work out her way. Baby girl, it was time for them, the report cards to come. And I already knew that they was going to be, it wasn't going to be so good because I was already receiving phone calls about her as soon as she got back in school. So anyway, I got a phone call from her mom saying that she was planning on running away again. So I gave her a call. I was like, hey, what's going on? She, hey, Dad, what's going on? How you? So I'm like, hey, how you? So what I'm hearing about, you plan on leaving? You plan on running away? So she was like, yeah, I was planning on leaving. So I said, oh, who you plan on living with? You got somewhere to stay? So she said, yeah, I plan on living with a friend, whatever the case may be. So I said, you ain't got to run away this time. You go right out my door. So when I got home, I told her, you can go ahead and pack your stuff up, whatever the case may be, get yourself together. When I get home, we'll have a discussion. So when I got home, we had a talk. I talked to the parent that she supposed to be staying with. And, only thing I asked of her for you to go to school and finish up school and stuff like that, she promised me that she would. The very next day, it was no day at school. So I called her up and I was like, did you go to school? She said she had a job interview. I'm like, nothing is more important than school. You should have been in school. That's what I asked you to do. So she went on by telling me that she was in school that day, which I didn't believe that she was in school that day. Anyway, the next day, I believe this was on a Tuesday, I gave her a call. Hey, you in school? She said, nah, Dad, you can go ahead and pull me out of school. Where I'm staying at is a distance,
yeah.
and I'm not going to be able to get to school. So I say, what you mean where you staying there? You just told me that you was going to be over a friend's house, which is right around the corner from me, so what would be the problem with you going to school? So she said, okay, well, I'm not there no more, this, that, and fourth. So I say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull you out of school. Then it dawned on me, like, hold up. You want her to go to school. Why would you ever be pulling her out of school because she wants you to pull her out of school? Hell no. She going to have that opportunity to go. No, I'm not pulling her out of school. So I didn't pull her out of school. And so she's still enrolled. And at the time, she's not going to school or whatever the case may be. And I think the next chain of event was, how did I,
It was the Child Protective Service thing. So, you know, that was a whole nother thing about her calling Child Protective Services saying that we put her out and all this and all that. Just a whole bunch of bull crap. But, you know, like I said, stemming back to the conversation that he got, the conversation, the call that he got from Mom stating that she wanted to leave. You know, Mom just called for drama. That's just basically what that was. I really feel like if she knew this or whatever the case may be, how come she didn't just get on a three-way call with Dad and child to try to, you know, figure out what's going on? But instead, you know, she basically encouraged her that it was best for her to leave, but telling us in a sense that, you know, as if she's trying to make it seem like she's doing her part, but no. So we found out really, you know, it was just like a big mess. But I mean, you know, all this to just say, like, at the end of the day, right now, you know, she's back home. She's doing really well. You know, out of all of this happening and her being gone for the time that she was gone, she did we ended up finding out that she was pregnant. Yeah. So she's going on 3 months pregnant now. And you know, we was really hurt. We was really upset about it. It took a lot for us to, you know, accept what's going on, but at the end of the day, she's still a child and she needs us. And like I said, with my husband, like him being really upset and everything, because, you know, here you have this child that you see a lot of yourself in, the attitude, all of that she's basically a spitting image of him. And he had to understand that, you know, you go through a lot. Like it's just a lot with children, and you know, trying to understand
God had to intervene. That's what happened.
Yeah, and God, I was into that. Yeah. But God basically intervened in that situation. You know, with that being said, and you know, us as parents, we be really feeling like, you know, there's nothing you could do. You want to give up and all of that, but you got to really just try to understand what's going on. I mean, this world and this society today with these children, they're so easily influenced by a lot of things that they see, a lot of things that they hear. And we're not really sitting down trying to get to the root of the problem with the children. And I get it, you know, it's certain things that we're not going to allow, and it's certain things that we're not going to do. It's not hard to live in our household. I mean, people from the outside looking in, like, you know, we have fun, we take trips, we go out, we do stuff with one another, we make memories, all of that. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to do in school and you out here running the streets, I mean, stuff is just not going to be handed to you. And that's in the real world too. You can't live off, you know, of people when you get older. And it's time for you to get a job. It's time for you to pay rent. It's time for you to pay bills and stuff like that. You don't want to be standing on nobody else's couch. You want to have some type of education. You want to get your education. And that was the most important thing that we wanted, you know, all of them to do, was to graduate, get their high school diploma. Now, whether they wanted to go to college, they didn't have to. If they wanted to take up a trade, they could have done that, you know, or just got a job. But we sticking, you know, with her, and we trying our best to love her, and hopefully she understands and appreciate that, you know, it's tough love. It's not that we don't love you, because that's the thing that she has. Like, she feels like, you know, we don't love her, we don't support her. The other kids may get more than she does, but you got to understand that the other kids have worked hard and are working hard, and we appreciate that. We don't go to work just to bust our ass, just to come home and be treated like shit, or to be treated like, you know, we just doing all of this for you to just sit around and not do nothing. It don't work like that. So
Right.
yeah.
So I can totally agree with that. So one of the so how I found out that she was pregnant, she had texted me, and I had told her while she was out there, I said, hey, look, you know, you out here, you running the street, you're doing what you want to do, you're not trying to obey none of the rules or regulations at the house. The next thing for you is to turn up pregnant, you know? And so she texted me like, hey, Dad, you was right. So I'm like, right about what? I'm already irritated. Like, right about what? So she was like, I'm pregnant. So I'm like, you know, congratulations and good luck. That was my text. I'm standing on business. I'm pissed off and I'm hurt at the time, you know. And you know, still a chain of events still occurring, you know. The last draw was she called the police and told the police that, you know, I was holding on to her birth certificate, social security card, which I wasn't giving to her. You was a child. Of course I'm not giving you your birth certificate, social security card. For what? Anything, anybody can use your information. So anyway, I told her if she was to come with the police at my house, I was going to rip the birth certificate, social security card up. I guess she thought it was a joke. Showed up at my house with the police. I did just that. I ended up ripping up the social security card and birth certificate. And the police was telling me that she wanted to stay at the house. So I was like, after the police, I was like, what are your plans? What are we doing? If you staying here, you know, school is tomorrow. So you'll be going to school tomorrow. So she was like, oh, I just thought that everything was going to be good. I was going to get my social security card, birth certificate, the social security card, birth certificate again. So my thing is, I'm not worried about you getting a job. I'm worried about you going to school and finishing up your education. So long story short, she left. She went over a friend's house, got her a lift, whatever. And a 2-week span after that, you know, she out there, she ain't got nowhere to go. I'm hearing that, you know, she calling around trying to get a place to stay, whatever the case may be. So I reached out to her. Hey, what's going on? We had a long talk, and she was just telling me like, yeah, you know, she had been going place to place, whatever the case may be. So, you know, first of all, it didn't sit right with me. That night, it wasn't an easy sleep. You know, God just came upon me and was like, man, look here. I know you upset. I know she have done wrong. But you still going to have to support her. You know what I'm saying? That's still your child. She's still going to need your love. She's going to need the support. You used to be out there. You know how it is to be out there. So like I said, I talked to her. She came back home. And so far, so good. We've been on a good path. You know what I'm saying? She's pregnant. I'm excited. We're excited. We having a grandchild. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say, as a parent, what do you do when you think that you have done all that you can do and you don't have no more in you? Mm-hmm. You know, when you don't have no more in you, you know, like I just refuse to be that parent that you know, allow my child to bring guns in the house. You selling drugs, but you living under my roof. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to school and you dropped out of school, but yet you still getting supported. You still up under my roof. No, I wasn't raised like that. I'm not going like that. That's something that I don't believe in, and I'm going to stand on what I believe in. Mm-hmm. So with all that being said, you know, she's on the right path now. She's doing what she need to do in school. Hopefully she'll be graduating this year. You know, she still have a chance to graduate and stuff like that. I believe that, you know, she learned the lesson and she appreciate, you know, and that's another thing. I believe that she needed that tough love in order for her to be able to appreciate with all she have at home. You know, sometimes you got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that was one of the messages that I just want to put out there, because even when you feel like as a parent, like, you know what, this is it, I can't do it no more. Mm-hmm. You know, God come in, intervene, switch your mindset up, and give you the peace and the patience to push through, you know. So that's what we doing now. We pushing through, you know.
And and another thing is accountability as well. You know, when you know, it's a child, 17-year-old, their mind, you know, it's just still, it's childish. So they have to take accountability, and that's one thing that I do feel like now she understands that, you know, she has taken the accountability that, you know, she messed up, and we all make mistakes. Like I always say to all of the children, like, you know, y'all gonna make mistakes in life. Y'all not gonna be perfect. Y'all gonna go through stuff. Y'all gonna learn stuff. But it's about saying, okay, look, I made this mistake. How can I fix it? How can I, you know, grow from that and don't continue to make the same mistakes?
Yeah, that's 100%, you know, Facts, but also like man, you know, with these parents, come on, y'all, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like we all, I'm not gonna say we all, majority of us have been raised in the projects, in the hood, whatever the case may be. That's just a stepping stone for you to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like in the environments in the hood that I done grew up in, I'm gonna say like about 3 or 4 people actually made it out. You know what I'm saying? When I say made it out, by really doing something with themselves. You know, majority of the time you become a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's you always in survival mode. So it be times where we don't even have to be in survival mode, but yet we still in survival mode because of our upbringing and our past childhood trauma and all of that stuff. So my goal is to get the kids up out of get them up out of the hood. And on top of that, you gotta be, like you said, accountability. Hold yourself accountable. I can't tell my son to stay away from the hood, don't sell drugs, I don't want you smoking, if I'm in the hood carrying guns and I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying? That old school saying, what's that old school saying? Do as I say, not what I do. No, that don't work. Your child will do exactly what they see you doing, because 9 times out of 10, that you their role model. Right. Your child want to be exactly like you. Yeah. So when they see you doing this, they see you doing that, they want to do the same thing. They want to withhold that family reputation. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta. We as parents too, we gotta hold ourselves accountable too, and we got some changing to do too. Like we still gotta clean up our mess as well.
Like with being so upset and so angry and just like, I'm just not gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna do this. But like we ended up going to church last Sunday, and that was the message. Like when disaster strikes, and at this point we felt like this was like a disaster. Like, okay, this is go from one thing to the next, but at the end of the day, do what God is asking you to do and not what you want to do. If you hear God say do this or do that, do it. You might have second thoughts about it, but you can't question it. You just got to do it, and you got to understand that good is going to come from it instead of doing what you want to do. You might not want to deal with this situation, or you might not want to go through certain things, but if God say, hey, you got to go through this, hey, you got to do this, you got to do it.
This message today is God is not going to put nothing on you that you can't handle. He not going to put nothing on you that you cannot handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it been some times in my life that I just didn't see myself getting through certain situations. One was when I had when I decided to divorce my ex-wife. And I knew that I wasn't going to be an in-house dad anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm a full-time father. School visits, doctor visits, birthdays, all that, I'm there. And with that big transition, I knew that I was going to still be there for my kids. I still knew that I was going to do what I need to do as a man for my kids. But just for the kids to see I'm no longer in the household, what type of effect is that gonna have on my child? You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the big hurdle that I had to overcome as well. And like I said, it led to me being out of my kids' life for 7 years, with the little ones anyway, the 3, and getting custody of them later on down the line. But I say all that to say, like, even to the men, like, come on, bro, like it's just not about just having no kids by nobody no more. It never was about that. You know what I'm saying? You got kids, man. You got to stay in these kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? And cherish the woman that God bless you with to even have kids by. You know what I'm saying? If it can work, then work it out. If it can't work, then I understand that it can't work. But at no time do you give up on your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's too many kids out here with no father figures. Say it again. It's too many kids out here with no father figures
and no mother figures too.
And that's you
can't just I'm just. I know you piggybacking on that, but it's mothers too. Like and it's crazy. It's mothers too. Like you can still be there. I mean, physically, and not do anything. Like you could just still be there, but you're not doing anything to, with the little girls, because these little girls are saying all of this stuff. I'm not gonna name no rappers, all of this stuff. They saying all of this stuff. I mean, the things that they're worshiping and their idols and stuff like that. It's crazy. And they can't worship their mother, or they can't, because you just not even doing what you should do as a mother.
Right, and that's why I just to piggyback why I say the men, because a lot of I only can speak for us dudes. You go out and have a baby by a woman because she beautiful, she got a big behind, and this, that, and the fourth. You have no intent on marrying this woman. You're not even thinking about, do I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life? So you going into the mindset with a temporary mindset. And showing up, it be temporary. You know what I'm saying?
Like with the women too. A lot of them do it with the men. A lot of men
That
already
too.
got 1,000 kids, or a lot of men already got kids that they don't even take care of. And you go have a child by this person thinking that they're gonna take care of yours, and they don't. And then you be the next baby mother. And
and that too, because like a lot of these women, y'all be choosing for the wrong reasons as well. You know what I'm saying? Have laying down with a dude because he had on a nice outfit, or he supposed to have some money, then just for you to get involved with him to find out he ain't giving away none of his money, or the outfit that he had on don't even belong to him, and he ain't got no clothes, and now you pregnant.
Hold on, now he ain't got no clothes.
Nah, he don't got no clothes. That was just what you seen him in.
Oh,
And he already had that on
one
for 5
outfit.
days.
I was about to say probably that one outfit.
Now you see him on his 4th day, you think he killing it because he done ran up on something. Now you done laid down with him. Now you pregnant by him, and then in a month span, this is the only outfit you see him with. Now you talking about some, a dressed up trash can. But anyway, I mean, choose your partners wisely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then you do have some instance too where you can, because you never really fully know a person all the way. So you could say choose your partners wisely, and I get it. But then you do still have some people that you choose, and at the first instance, it's like, they cool, everything is going good, and then you just find out all this stuff about them.
Okay, but you got to ask yourself this: when there's situations like that, what was you going off of? Was you looking for the quality of the man? When I say qualities, okay, is he family oriented? Is he do he worship his mother? Do he get along with his grand?
But sometimes you can really be fooled. Like, you can really be fooled. You can really think, like, I'm not saying that. I mean, it's rare, but I'm just saying that sometimes, normally, a woman know just like a man know what they getting with the guy or the girl for. They know. But I'm just saying, some instances, you do have people that have whole lives. Like, when we listen to the radio sometimes in the morning, you got people that's got husbands, or wives that's hidden. This man coming over to your house so much every single day with you every day that you don't even know that he got a goddamn wife. Or he got kids. Yeah. And then when you already invested your time into that person, boom, it hits you. I'm pregnant, or already got a child by, or this and that. And it's hard for that female or that man, because it could go both ways, to accept that, and it's messed up. But then
go back to that big word that you said at first, accountability. Because everybody be so in a rush. If you slow down and get to know a person instead of dropping your drawers or pulling out your balls, you'll get to know who you're dealing with. But don't nobody do no dating. Don't nobody get to, really get to know nobody. You just going off that physical attraction, and that will be having you gone. Everything is so cute to a woman or a man in the beginning.
But sometimes they're not even cute. They could be ugly.
No, I say everything is so cute. I'm talking about meaning,
the things
girl,
that they doing.
He cussed me out. You ain't looking at it like, oh, this man might be a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or she might walk past, she might got on something skimpy when y'all first get together. You think it's cute. Oh, yeah, she got a nice little shape on her. Not thinking this woman might just got slutty intention. She might like a lot of attention. Yeah. I might can't tolerate a woman that likes a lot of negative attention.
Yeah,
a nigga don't know because he ain't thinking about that. He only thinking about what's up under that skirt. Then you end up falling in love with her, and then later on down the line, you find out she this way, and that way she been that way. You just ain't give time or thought to process how she was, because that wasn't what you was attracted to. Yeah. So you really got to slow down and get to know a person. You got to get to know a person for them. Mm-hmm. Everybody got a good side and a bad side. I'm not perfect by a long shot, but I had to work on me. You know what I'm saying? I had to find my inner peace. A lot of people don't even know what their inner peace is. You know what I'm saying? I just got overwhelmed by working on a regular basis. Like I said, my daughter just came back home, so she's back at our home. We run one household. So, not that she's doing anything that she don't supposed to do, because she's doing fine now. But, you know, the everyday traffic, the everyday life that we got to live, getting up every day to go to work, every day, paying bills every day, neighbors, dogs barking. It just become overwhelming. So what I do is, when times like that, what we do is we come, 9 times out of 10, we go to Mass or nothing, or we take a little vacation, a little trip, or whatever the case would be, just to ease your mind. It ain't about no turn up, nothing. We down here just with me and her. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful scenery. It's slow paced. We in the country. It's just something to reset your mind. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta take that time out too, to just know what help reset you, reset your mind. You know, build yourself up so when I go back home and I run into all type of drama, I can handle it now.
Mm-hmm.
Reserving your energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what life is all about, man. We as a people, man, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. You know, we we're a dying population, to be honest with
you. Yeah.
And this is all over the world. We're a dying population. Look around. Not racist by a long shot, but it's a whole lot of Spanish people. We being overpopulated by Spanish people. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of African people coming along. My oldest daughter, that's another topic. She's 21 years old with a disability. When I separated from my ex-wife, she was perfectly fine. When I got back into her life, knowing where she was located, she was in a mental hospital. So long story short, she got a disability. So also we dealing with that. You know, she got her own place now and got 2 other roommates. She's doing good. But anyway, in the medical field, it's nothing but African people there now. It's no more Americans there.
Yeah, caretaker
field, CNAs, all of that is becoming mostly Africans. I don't have nothing against them. I'm just being real.
Well, a lot of our children, we ain't gonna have too many, doctors and lawyers,
electricians, all that's just gone out. Plumbers.
It's just crazy.
All we got is rappers. All we got is rappers.
Well, man, I was a rapper too.
I was a rapper too. I was a rapper too.
I used to be like,
I was a rapper too.
I was like,
I have nothing against rappers.
I know.
My thing is, when I was coming up, it wasn't nothing but like, but I can name it, and this is straight facts. You know, the line will be open for y'all to comment. It was the Circle Boys. You had the Oi Boys, and you had World Inside of a World. That was the name of our group. And you had little spots out in Maryland where they would do open mic night or whatever the case may be. The whole DC ain't want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
The whole DC. And we was just rapping. We was rapping and trapping, but we was just making music. We wasn't getting on the internet. We wasn't trying to start a war before we started a contract.
I think everybody, it's just the new generation.
But like you said before, all that they see. You know what I'm saying? Like DC is becoming the new Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like with the drill music and all, DC ain't had their own swag. That's gone too. But you know, I'm not in this generation, so I don't know what they doing. But this is what we losing our kids to.
Everybody want to be a hitter. Everybody want to pull up. Everybody want to hop out. Everybody want to have a mask on. Some people don't have masks on. I don't know, child. It's just too much. And I'm just glad, we was able to, I love DC. I love Southeast. Don't get me wrong. But able to, leave that area and live somewhere else. And where we live is not, the perfect place to live because it's crime and all that stuff everywhere. But it's much better. And,
give your kids a chance.
Give your kids a chance. But then it also depends on who they meet too, because they can meet somebody from wherever, right. And your child could follow behind them and do what they want to do and all this stuff. But at the end of the day,
did your best.
Yeah, you could just
long as you did with it. You did what you look at our situation. We not all the way on the suburb. We is in a nice environment. You ain't no drugs being sold, ain't nobody getting shot in front of our house or none of that. But yet, my daughter in Maryland school, she still met a friend that was already affiliated and grew up in DC that just so happened to go to Maryland school, met up with her, clicked up with her, and boom, she was in DC without me even knowing. So, you know, it can happen like that. But I know personally, I gave it a try. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. We did what we had to do to provide a better lifestyle for the kids. At one point in time, we was living in a 5-bedroom house with one child. You know, just to get away to a better environment. So, you know, it's hard out here. It's hard out here, but you definitely got to do what you got to do.
And just love on your kids. Like, love them, appreciate them, let them know you appreciate them.
And love on yourself.
And love on yourself, too. Yeah, but I'm just talking about as far as the children go. Because there's a lot of times where you have children that just don't feel love. They don't get enough attention paid to them. They got enough time to do what they want to do. Mind get to wandering, to doing other things and stuff. Meanwhile, we at the clubs. We on the blocks too with the kids. I mean, you know, all type of stuff, you know, and it's just not, I mean, you know, it's not right. It's not right. We don't give them a chance.
And you know, a lot of us, I'm speaking for the adults, man, a lot of us is scared to accept and embrace our age. You know what I'm saying? Like you here to grow and become older. I don't feel the need that I have to hold on to the usually things like my block. Like I don't have to hang on a block. I don't have to keep throwing up no sets. I don't have to do none of that. It's people 35 and older, 35 and older, they're still on the block with these kids telling old war stories. Oh, well, we used to, y'all ain't nothing, but we, back then, me and Lil Tyrone, and we used to, them niggas knew not to walk through here. Come on, bro. Get your old ass up out of here. You're done. You done. Seriously, like, you old as hell, bro. Get out the way. You really right here telling these kids your old war stories just to make them feel like y'all ain't going hard enough? Man, come on, man, get out the way. You ain't selling no weight. You out there selling the nickels and dimes with the kids. You don't have you can't afford to pay no mortgage. You never bought no house off selling drugs or nothing. And you still in the way. You still in the way. The moment I found out that drugs ain't buy me no goddamn house and all the things that I really wanted, out of there, gone. Got to get another way. Back to work I go. Got to give me a job. Got to do what I need to do. Better my credit. We don't even start learning about credit until we up in age.
Right. They don't teach you. They don't really teach it in school, and your parents ain't teaching you because they wasn't taught. So it's just a cycle.
Because all we knew was money.
But you got to break that cycle. That's
all we knew was money. We knew that money can buy you anything. Nowadays, the dollar don't even count no more. You know what I'm saying? Our 23-year-old son, since the age of he started building his credit at 18 years old. Told him about the game. He been on there since. 23 years old, and his credit score in the high 7s and been there for a long time. He can do what he want to do. Get what he want to get.
Ask him where mine's at.
Right. And I'm in the mix of doing mine now, so let's just go to let you know how things can be.
You can have all the money, but that credit.
I'm not too far behind. I am in the 6s, in the mid 6s. I'm gonna go there.
Boy, wow.
And I'm still working on it, but I gave the game to him, and I wasn't even taking the game serious. So again, we got some edges that's rough too. We gotta work on ourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? So I just say all that to say, man, just love yourself and give yourself a chance, man. Give yourself a chance. It's hard out here. A pack of chickens at $23, like little chicken wings, little baby chicken wings, $3 for like about 7. Like hell.
Like I said, then you just
seriously,
you love yourself and just love your children, love them, and just try to teach them the best way that you can. Don't fall for no bull crap, and stay on them the best way that you can, that you know.
Because it's only so much that anybody can take. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much that we can take. But what I will say is, I'm not supporting no fuckery. I can't do it. I mean, you're not just going to do what you want to do and be in my house. That's just not the way I was raised. You can just go ahead and get out. I don't run my household like that. I can't support that. But long as you trying, then you ain't dying. That's a trying man is better than a dying man. Any day, anytime. So, you know, you just got to be willing to extend your hand while I extend my hand, and therefore we can pull each other up. You know what I'm saying? I can help you get up. It's no problem, you know. But you're just not going to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think that she gets that now. You know what I'm saying? This segment wasn't just all about her, whatever the case be, but it's just parenting in general. Like, you know, everybody need to sit down. We trying to reach out to people that need to be heard, need to hear this, because there's other people that's dealing with the same thing. You know, my daughter's 17 and pregnant. I'm proud of my daughter, and I'm happy that she's having a baby. I'm about to be a first-time grandfather, but that's now. That's what wasn't what I was feeling 2 weeks ago. Hell no.
I'm like, be 18.
Yeah, she'll be 18 next month. You know, and I was like, hell no, like not my baby, but who am I to judge? All I can do is be there. All I can do is be there. Then when I think about it, I had my first child at 17 years old. Well, I was 18. Yeah, 17 going on 18. Same way she is. I had my 23-year-old son. I was 17, going on 18. Yeah. Just thank God. I already been through some things, so and I so happen to love kids. I done raised eight siblings of mine. Seven siblings of mine. All sisters at that. So I was already a provider. So that shit wasn't about nothing. I knew that I was gonna take care of my kids to the day I die. That's a wrap. And from the stepmom and these stepfathers, like, yeah, y'all gotta get them major credit too. Like, and I didn't have done that too. So I've been in that situation too. I want to say that I got 6 kids in total, 4 biologically mine, but I took care of 2 children that wasn't biologically mine, and to the point I had to go through that too, when the kids grow up. Oh, you ain't my father. This that I done heard that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. That's a whole nother topic. You see what I'm saying? That was a real hurtful time in my life as well. You know what I'm saying? When you loving on a child and you raising a child and you claiming a child to be yours all the way until they get up to a certain point and say, you know what, you ain't my dad. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't my mom. Whatever the case may be. But a stepmother, a stepdad is a hell of a road. A hell of a road. I'm telling you, I tell my wife, how much I appreciate her and try to show my appreciation all the time, because this is a road that somebody is basically volunteering. I don't have a choice but to be a father. She have a choice whether she want to be a mom to my kids or not. So when you got somebody that's loving on your kids and treating your kids like as their own, you really, really, really need to be cherishing that person. It's a hard job raising somebody else's kids, bro. I'm telling you, it's a hard job helping raise somebody else's kids. Is some bullshit. Seriously. And everybody got them. It's like a car now. Everybody got some kids now. Everybody.
But yeah.
The drama behind the shit, the baby mama drama, and I don't like your wife. Don't want no policy your wife, but yet you love my wife when we first got together, but now you see that ain't shit happening, and goddamn, you doing all that you gotta do. I'm gonna tell you something. Goddamn, boy. I'm gonna tell you something. What she don't like is I became so much greater. I'm gonna say that again. She don't like that I became so much greater than the man that I used to be. She ain't had this version of me. No. She had the thug and wild ass nigga. I was a wild ass nigga, trust me. Thug and wild ass nigga. She liked that at the time. She was born and raised in the hood. She wanted some protection. She got that. Knockout orders. Put your nigga on the back. Quick, fast, hurry. Whatever they took. Don't play with my baby mother type shit. You couldn't say shit to my baby mother. You can ask around. I ain't play them games. Or my sisters or nobody else. So she liked that part of me. And we went through some shit. But the man that I am today, the more calm, I'm more loving, more affectionate, more laid back. I'm overly grown. I'm into taking trips, traveling, family, man. She ain't get that side. So with her knowing that she receiving all this, and then me and her been together for 14 years. Me and my ex been together for 14 years, and me and my now wife been together for 12, going on 13 years. This year, November the 20th, she looking at her like, God damn. She getting all that. That supposed to been me. We started off early. We supposed to been together for life. That's why is a bridge between the two. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Even I hope that everything work out on her behalf too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be bashing her. Whatever she got going on, whatever it is, what it is. But I say all that to say, you know what I'm saying? That's where the wedge coming at, because I was blessed with a loving wife. We had conversations with my ex-wife to where as though crazy over here. It was at one point in time, it was a little thing about her coming to visit the kids or whatever the case may be. She in a rough spot because she lived out of town, and she was trying to come visit the kids, whatever. That was what she say. And she had over like, what, babe, her and her girl can come stay at our house. Hell no. Now you going crazy.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it wasn't about going crazy. It was just the fact.
It was you being you, and
but
trying to
no,
help.
because at the end of the day, if I want to see my kids and I don't have nowhere to stay, and I'm with my girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever I'm with, and they offer me to come stay with my kids, why wouldn't I? I'm gonna see my kids by any means necessary. You're not about no. I sleep on the couch. I sleep on the floor. I sleep wherever the hell I got to sleep at to see my kids. I'm not going to just not see my kids.
I get what you.
That's why I said that. But my
thing
thing was, she was going to say no anyway, because it wasn't even really her interest to see them. Because if it was, she would have came.
She would have came. I understand that, but my thing was, gotta go. You wouldn't even be sleeping out in the tent in my goddamn backyard, not you and your girlfriend, because I know what type of tension that brings. I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I just really don't care. Like, honestly, I'm this type of person, like, I really don't care. Like, if I want to see my kids, and I know for a fact that the only way for me to see my kids, I ain't have no money. I didn't offer this lady to pay her way up here so she could see her kids. I didn't offer her she could stay in my house so she could get some time to see, spend with her kids. I didn't, we didn't even, we was going to drive them down there, I think, one summer or whatever the case may be, for her to see the kids. It didn't work out. So my thing was, I kept saying, let's do this, let's do that. She ain't want to do it. She ain't want to do it. I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't my husband. She didn't want to do it. So that's on her. That's something she got to answer to. And that's why I say part of this problem stems back to her with, the baby girl, because the baby girl miss her mom and misses her mom. So she's acting out and taking out all her frustration and everything on us, when the anger and stuff is just being redirected the wrong way. Because we haven't been doing nothing but what we're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's something that, mom's going to have to answer for, or however, whenever the time comes. I'm just that type of person. I really don't care. It is what it is. I know if it was me and somebody was saying that they would do these things and I didn't have the money, you're going to pay for me to get there. You're going to pay for me to get back. You're going to eat good, all that stuff. I wasn't even worried about that because I don't care.
I'm just going to put a pin in what she talking about. Just piggyback off what she just said. Key word, redirection. I like that word, redirection, because all of us need that. Like, I swear, man, to God, some people, I don't know. Like I've been, man, God been awesome. I've been a Christian all my life. I was born into Christianity by my grandmother. That's a whole nother story. I will run that down to y'all. That's a hell of a story. Just give you just tap on that just for a minute. So, 2 years ago, my grandmother was diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's,
and stage 4 breast cancer, I think.
Yeah, the Alzheimer's was first.
But before, yeah,
that was one thing. My grandmother was walking out the house, man. We couldn't find her. We didn't know where she was at. Like, we had to go put out a search party looking for her. We found her a couple of times, and then in that process, we was taking her to the hospital and stuff like that, and we get hit. And my grandmother, that's my mother. My grandmother took care of me all my life with the help of others. My grandmother is my mother. Bottom line, love my biological mother, but my grandmother is my mother. That's it. That's all. Back to the story. So we was going through this process. I'm like, damn, one day I was going to work because I had to work. I've been already searching. So it's like, it's happening too much. So what do I do? If I continue to do this, I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to be able to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? By me just going out searching, because it was happening too often. So I think like 2 weeks after the last time that she had was missing, come to find out she had breast cancer. We take her to the hospital, found out she got breast cancer. They wanted us to come back. My aunt take her, whatever case be, they wanted us to come back to see how far gone it was. And she had stage 4. So basically they was telling us, look, with her already illness, along with her having breast cancer, she's up in age. If we operate on her, she might not do so good. So we don't think that that's good. So it's basically nothing else that we can do. And we giving the family, this is another phone call I get at work. We giving the family 2 weeks for her to be here with y'all. So everybody need to get up to the hospital. Everybody need to come visit. Everybody need to, show their love, whatever the case may be. She ain't got long. She got 2 weeks. That 2 weeks turned into 2 years. My grandmother's still here. And that was 2 years ago. At one point in time, she wasn't eating. She was only living off a couple of sips of Ensure. Wasn't eating no food. Stopped talking and everything. She back cussing. She gonna cuss you out. She definitely gonna cuss you out. She back cussing, back eating her little food and everything. No medication, no nothing. This is the person that instilled Christianity into me, showed me that God was the way, showed me and taught me everything that I know that God can do. And once again, in her dying need, she's showing me what I told you was real. 2 weeks turning to 2 years. I'm about to have, God willing, we about to have a grandchild. And and that's in, she'll be due around September around
probably
my
on my
birthday. Or my mom-in-law birthday. That's another topic we're going to get into too on a later date. But just to say that my grandmother might be around to see my first grandchild. And they told me that my grandmother was going to be deceased 2 years ago.
That's God.
So God is good. So I'm a strong believer in God. You know what I'm saying? Like God is good. But I just appreciate the vision that I have and the awareness that I have when it comes to the spiritual being. Because God do everything for a reason. And there was a reason for all this. I know the reason for real, because we about to be pressed as hell. A little grandchild, whatever it is, be about to be pressed like all some real shit. So,
but I keep saying she can't call me grandma because that's too old.
Girl.
I mean, he gonna have to call me mama. I'm saying
mama.
he because I'm team boy. I am team boy.
Well, I don't care what it is, a girl or a boy. Just don't be another me or another
twins. I'm team twins and team triplets too.
I'm gonna take a drink to that. Time out.
I'm team twins or team triplets.
But she know, like that's my baby. Like on some real shit, that's my baby. She know what's up. She's just a little me. I had to look at her when she came home after the 7 months. I said, "Damn girl, you a gangster." On some real shit, you a gangster. She started laughing and said, "Well, Dad, then this what gets me." I'm gonna FaceTime her, y'all, so y'all can see. This little girl will act like she's so babyfied in the streets, or when she on her little run or whatever case it be, a straight dog with a savage with it. I mean, my boys never gave me that. my oldest son never gave me that. My youngest son never gave me that. My 21-year-old with a disability, she don't give that even to the other kids that I have raised. Never gave me that. See, they always say you gotta get one. You gotta get one. That's gonna be a protege of your ass, and you gonna see. Mm-hmm. But the thing with her is, she ran away for 7 months. When I was kicked out, I was gone. I think I came back and stayed with my mom once since then. She put me out at 13. She begged me to come back at 17. I came back 16. Came back 3 months. Met my baby mother. Was out of there. Never came back.
You went back when you got
separated. Yeah. That was the last time.
Yeah,
that was years later. But, you know, even too with the law, I was on the run. Swimming hand of God. I had caught a badge and a witness charge at the age of 16. They told me I threatened a witness, whatever it can be. Long story short, that ain't happened. Not on my watch anyway, but I'm damn sure I ain't gonna say who said what, because that ain't my name ain't in no paperwork, none of that shit. My name clean, streets clean. Don Carter. Anyway,
boy.
I was on the run. I was on the run for 10 years when I went to court, and I was the oldest nigga down Oak Hill. I was like 25 years old down Oak Hill. Went to court. They could have gave me a fugitive charge, but the judge was like, you know, you mean to tell me you been working? How you been working? I was like, I've been working under my name. He was like, under your name? I was like, yeah, under my name. He was like, you been working. You ain't got in no trouble. You been working since then. Case dismissed. You the best that ever done it. And I told him, honestly speaking, he said, you had, I was like, case dismissed. I'm talking to my lawyer, like, case dismissed. What are you talking about? He was like, oh, your charge has been dropped. So he said, you got anything you want to say? I said, I'd like to say something. I think the judge, and I told him the only time you ever see me, it's a baddie. A nigga forced me to have to kill him. I'm just being real. Like, if you force me to do something to you, I ain't got no other choice, then I'm just gonna have to handle my business. But other than that, all this petty crime and all this and all that, if it ain't protecting my family and none of that, I don't want no more parts of it. And I gave it all away. You know what I'm saying? I just let it go. And as a black man, a young black man of that, I'm proud to say I don't have no charges. No drug charges, no gun charges, no charges at all. None. I beat the odds, bro. I was out there banging hard. Banging.
None.
I definitely don't have.
He said none.
I don't got none. None. Never told on nobody. Never told. We live on YouTube. Ain't nobody gonna come on here and talk about my name on nobody paper. No paperwork.
We not live.
Well, under the comments, no paperwork, bruh. Never did a nigga play no done. And God is good. That's all I gotta say. God is good. You know what I'm saying? So even if you out there in these streets right now, don't think that you can't get out. It's a way out. You just it take hard work and dedication to get out. A whole lot of people that you used to hang with, you can't hang with no more. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that all my friends that just come home, most of my friends did 18 years or better. I got one friend right now that's fighting for his life, got 60 years, bro, trying to overturn 60 years. Solid, good man. I don't even say free no fuck niggas. I'm talking about a good man, good solid man. All my men home doing good. They working. They got CDLs and all that. Everybody touching some good money, and we made it, you know. And in the war of the streets, that we done lost a few. We done lost a few good men. So, you know, the streets don't offer nothing, bro. Like our block, it's not even our block. It's not even our block. Like right now, no racist stuff. But our kind don't live there no more. It's all white folks on the all black block. That block was black. It was all black folks. We used to ride our bikes as little kids up and down the street doing what we do. It ain't like that no more, bruh. Them homes uptown is $1 million homes right now. They rumbling over that property. Another thing, to my Southeast brothers and sisters, because I got some good men, good family and everything. It ain't even about a Northwest, Southeast. I love the South Side. Grew up over there. Plenty of years. Parkchester, Woodland, 6th. I run through all of that. And what a lot of people don't respect, and it saddens me because that's the east of the river. A lot of people don't even know the history on that. That was the projects. Brave Farms was the first projects that black people was allowed to live in.
Okay, baby, you going on
seriously. Like, and that's why if you look at it, that's why a majority of all the projects is over Southeast, and the way we treat Southeast. That if anything, Southeast is the only thing that they haven't taken away from us, and we dogging it. Mm-hmm. Spanish Nation, or ours and or senoritas uptown. Northeast is being taken over by everywhere else. They really, really don't want to step over on the east side of the river because why? They outnumbered. It's some black ass shit going on over there. They ain't trying to be a part of it. If you see a Spanish person or some white people over there, it's slim to none. You see what I'm saying? So that's what majority of our people are. So that's the only thing that we have left, and we treat it like trash.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all might want to think about.
He in his bag today. Normally I be the one that talk a lot.
Nah, because there's so much to talk about. It's serious, man. It's serious out here, and people don't even know their history. And think about it. Even to us, right? We got this thing like Northwest niggas, Northwest females better than Southeast and Southwest because we uptown. Because uptown run the town. All this and all that. They call it the dirty South, but all that just belittling our people because, first of all, that's what majority of our people at. That's the first spot where we was given the right to live, and we calling it the dirty South. Terrible. But we can wrap it up. It's going on an hour, but we got a lot more to talk about. I'm talking about we got a lot more to talk about. I'm gonna try to at least get back to y'all. We gonna try to get back to y'all.
He is.
We gonna try to get back to y'all. We gonna be here till Sunday, so we gonna get back to y'all. But
yeah,
you see her, all she wanna do is look pretty, y'all. I'm telling you. That's all she wanna do, bro. Just look cute. That's all she wanna do, bro. I'm telling you.
No, but seriously, this was a good conversation. I'm glad we had it. Yeah, so.
And most importantly, like and subscribe. I mean, we got more comments.
Support our channel. We already know it ain't probably gonna come from people we know, and that's fine. If you're a stranger and you watching this, please subscribe, like, comment, give us your feedback. We will love it. It does not matter what race you are.
No.
If you got I said contacts. If you got any anything that you want us to, talk about, any topics or anything like that, you could just drop them down in the comment section. Hopefully we'll be able to go live on YouTube soon. I just put in a request for that so we can go live. But other than that, we are going to finish enjoying our vacation and our vlogs. Check our vlogs out, y'all. They're so funny. We are vlogging each day that we're here. This is the second day.
Where we at?
You already told them we was in Massanutten.
Okay.
We in Massanutten, Virginia, at the resort, staying in the condos here. Which I did a tour of the condo and everything. So just check out the vlog. Day 1 Massanutten vlog. You'll see the condo and everything. So other than that, we hope y'all enjoyed this video.
Most definitely.
And we will see y'all later.
And another thing, like I was just thinking, this is just me thinking. The next topic should be mental health and the way we think. Mental health and the way we think. Changing the way we think.
Okay, so the next topic we'll come back talking about changing the way we think.
And mental health awareness. But the only way we're gonna do that, if you watching this video all the way through, leave a heart. If you want us to talk on that topic, leave a heart. Leave a heart. I think it's a good topic. Let us know.
Leave a heart if you want us to talk about the way we think in mental health issues and awareness. Because we all have issues. We all have dealt with some type of mental health issue. No, we all have dealt with some type of mental health issues. We have, and we all have issues. We do. Everybody should be able to get a Social Security check. I keep saying that. I wish they give me one.
She in Social Security check mode right now.
Bye, y'all. We out of here. Peace. Woo. Oh, I had one thing that...